Well, speaking close to a pretty noisy Air Force One, President Trump was asked a short while ago if he had spoken to world leaders over the weekend about the tariffs.
Yeah, I talked to the biggest in the world. I talked to the biggest of them all, many of them. But I've talked to, I would say, 4 or 5 that are considered the biggest. They don't, you know what they said? We don't blame you.
We don't blame you, the president's saying there. Well, Erik Hirsch is the co-CEO of the US private equity firm Hamilton Lane, responsible for more than $850 billion worth of assets around the world. Erik, morning from us. Thanks so much for being with us on the programme.
Good morning. Pleasure to be here.
We don't blame you. Do investors blame the president?
Well, I think investors right now are clearly blaming the administration, but I think two things can be true simultaneously. I think a lot of the people recognize that there are some serious trade imbalances and something needs to be done to address that. And this administration is attempting to eat the elephant in one bite. And so the markets are having a hard time sort of dealing with those gyrations.
Yeah, those gyrations, it looks, I mean, we're looking at the future contracts for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ look like they're going to fall again based on those future trading contracts at the open there. How are you trying to deal with that volatility at the moment? Can you deal with that volatility at the moment when there seem to be so many question marks?
Well, I think this is an example right now where there's just simply too many variables. And so right now the markets are going to process this, and the markets are processing it by simply going down. So we should expect to see the European markets open down, as we're already indicating, and the U.S. markets will fall. I think it's not surprising that the Asian markets are likely to be the weakest today, given some of the retaliatory action that we're seeing, and because there's such significant exporters. And so a number of the companies that you mentioned, car businesses, electronics, et cetera, are going to be hit right now very hard.
That's true too in the United States, though, as well, isn't it? Apple was a big fall at the back end of last week, Nvidia as well. If that picture continues this week, does it change from being just a stock market pressure picture to a political pressure picture, do you think?
I think it's both right now. I mean, frankly, if you just simply look at, politics are obviously driven by people. And so let's look at what people are doing. And right now, what people are doing is they're beginning to show you that they're going to be spending less money. We're already seeing some fall off in travel bookings. We're seeing fall offs in retail sales. So the consumer is already telling you that they are A, nervous, and B, are pulling back. And once that happens, that becomes a political issue. So that's what we're seeing right now. The administration, however, is clearly signaling that they are transactionally oriented. They want to make deals. Trump's press conference and sort of comments as he was leaving Mar-a-Lago is telling you that he wants to reach out to other administrations and he wants to make transactions.
What are you doing with your money and your clients' money at the moment? Are you standing firm, or are you making decisions kind of immediately? How are you trying to navigate it?
Well, one of the benefits of being a private market investor is that we have a little bit more time. We don't have to deal with the gyrations of the public markets. And so I think as you look around the globe, one of the things you're going to see capital flowing into are businesses that are much more regionally oriented. The companies right now that we're talking about that are getting hit hard are very large public companies that are multinational. I think we're going to continue to put more and more capital into small businesses that are much more locally, regionally focused, that are not going to be dealing with supply chain issues going across countries. That's where the pain is going to be most pronounced.
Erik Hirsch, co-CEO of the US private equity firm Hamilton Lane, thanks so much for your time.